Hello everybody, welcome to another tarot reading. My name is Amber and this is Earthy Indigo. I hope that you are doing very well today or tonight or whenever it is that you are tuning in to this reading. Let's go ahead and jump right into these messages. We're going to get some zodiac signs to start this off and then move into signs from the stars. Welcome back, returning subscribers. New subscribers, thank you all very much for your love and support. If I say things like he, she, masculine, feminine, I am talking about energy, not gender. Flip it, switch it, reverse it, whatever you gotta do. Please keep in mind this is a general collective reading. This is not a personal reading, so not all the messages will resonate with everybody who watches it, and that's totally okay. All the readings on my channel are timeless, so if this is not resonating for you, you may find additional messages for you in another reading. All right, let's get into this. So starting off, we have fire energy, which is Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. We also have the number 23, which would reduce down to the number 5. Now that could be a life path number, or that could be the 5th month of the year, which would be May. We also have Jupiter, which rules Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is a fire sign. So somebody here could be a Sagittarius or have strong Sagittarius placements. Sagittarius season is right around the corner. We are steadily approaching Scorpio season at the time of this reading, and Sagittarius season is right behind it. So for some of you, maybe you're celebrating a birthday in Sagittarius season, or something significant could take place for you in Sagittarius season. For some of you, maybe on the 18th or the 23rd of the month. The number 18 would reduce down to a 9. The 9th month would be September. We have Gemini with the number 3, 3rd month of the year, March. And then we have Neptune. So sorry for that background noise if you can hear that. It sounds like one of my neighbors is probably using the restroom or taking a shower, and my plumbing can be loud. So hopefully that's not too long. If it does seem like it's going to be long, I will pause and we'll resume once it stops. But usually it's not that long. So let's go ahead and move forward. We have Neptune here. Neptune rules Pisces. So somebody could be a Pisces. We also have the number 21, which again would reduce down to the number 3. So we have 33 here. Somebody could be 33, or maybe 3s are like numbers that you're seeing. I was picking up on Archangel Jophiel before I sat down to do this reading. I have been feeling her energy quite a bit the last few weeks. So for some of you, maybe 333 is a number in particular that you are seeing. Somebody here could be an artist as well. With Neptune here, somebody could be a dreamer. Somebody could be, I don't know, maybe somebody here likes like fantasy, the fantasy genre, like in books or movies, or maybe even video games for some of you. But I am getting that sort of like dreamy, imaginative, artistic energy here. And then we have water. So Pisces is a water sign. The other water signs would be Scorpio and Cancer. We have the number 24, which would reduce down to a 6. The 6th month of the year is June. Cancer is in the month of June. So somebody here could be specifically a June Cancer, or maybe something significant took place for somebody during the June Cancerian season. We have Taurus. So somebody could be a Taurus. We have the number 2 as well, which would be the 2nd month, which is February. Look, we have Cancer. Okay, somebody could definitely be a Cancer here. Yeah, I'm really picking that up. I'm really specifically picking up June. So I don't know, like, again, I don't know if like maybe somebody here has a birthday in June, in Cancer season in June, or if something significant took place for somebody here during Cancer season in June. Maybe you're watching this in the future and you're watching it in June, in which case, hello from the past. Okay, so yeah. The number 2, I think I already said that, but the 2nd month would be February. The number 4, the 4th month, which is April. Okay, let's move on to signs from the stars, see what else we can get here. And that went right on the floor. So we have a floor card to start off. If you missed the last reading, I have decided to start naming my all the cards that go on the floor. They're now floor cards. That's their name. I feel like by giving them a special name, it gives them a little bit more significance and importance. Especially since there doesn't really seem to be much I can do about them going right on the floor. All right, interesting. We only got 3 today, so that's not usual. If you're an OG here, you know that we usually get quite a few of these cards. So we have a rose tattoo. This one comes out a lot. And honestly kind of has since the beginning of this channel. So I really feel like somebody here has a rose tattoo. Maybe you have many rose tattoos for some of you. That's interesting. Kind of seeing like it could be like maybe a vine, maybe on somebody's side, or maybe like an arm or something like that. Maybe maybe somebody here is a tattoo artist. This is probably really specific, but somebody here could be a tattoo artist and their name could be Rose, or maybe like the business name is Rose or something like that. I'm just kind of getting Rose as being like a name. For some of you, that could be a name. And then we also have daisies. So flowers, we have flowers coming out here. So when I think of flowers, I always think of springtime. I am a spring baby myself, so I think of spring with flowers. Daisies, first thing I always think of is Daisy Duck. Somebody here could be a fan of Daisy Duck. But yeah, there's just like a lot of, and then I also think of Alice in Wonderland. So somebody here could also like Alice in Wonderland. Somebody's name could be Alice. But it's interesting that we have roses and we have daisies. Very, very interesting. There could be something here to do with rebirth as well. We'll see what comes through with the tarot card, but I'm just kind of getting that. Oh, look, we have Scorpio. So yeah, transformation, rebirth. Scorpio is a water sign. So somebody here could be a Scorpio. Scorpio season, like I said, is coming up. So something could take place during Scorpio season for some of you here. I'm just really kind of getting like, it's like a rebirth. Like honestly, like I'm getting these daisies, and it's really with the daisies here. It's like this feeling of like them pushing out through the ground. So it's kind of like I said, it's a rebirth. Maybe you've just recently ended a cycle, or you've ended something. For some of you, you could have ended something. Let's get into the tarot and let's see here. So we're going to do things a little different today. I have my Dreams of Gaia tarot deck, which I absolutely love this deck. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to pull one card. I'm going to try and get just one card. And we're going to use that as kind of like an overall energy of what we're going to be talking about in the reading. And then I have the Delos Tarot, which we will use to get more information. And we're going to close this off with a Soul's Truth Oracle card. So let's do this. This is a huge deck, you guys. Like, I don't know if you can see this compared to my hand. It's pretty big. So I'm going to do my best to shuffle this, and hopefully I don't hit the microphone with the cards, but let's see here. All right, can we get a message for the collective, please? What is the overall message of this reading? Okay, we have the 5 of Fire, or the 5 of Wands. So, if you are not aware of what the meaning of this card is, this card talks about conflict. So, like, okay, like this person here, like, can you see with the glare? Let me see if I can get it. This person here, he's got a raised fist. It looks like he's about to punch this person here, and this person seems they're kind of like, whoa, like, where is this coming from? This person here who's about to get hit, they have an open hand. And this person right here, both of their fists, they have clenched fists with both of them. So I'm kind of getting this feeling of like this person right here on this side, they're kind of like a little bit more open. Like maybe they're being like a little bit more open with communication, or maybe they're being more open with their feelings, or they're being more open with their truth maybe, or just more honest in something. And whatever it is that they're saying to this other person is just, this person does not want to hear it. They are very, very defensive, I feel, and very closed off, especially with, you know, those clenched fists here. They're not open at all. Now this person has one of their hands hidden. You can only see one hand. The other one is hidden. Can you see that? So for me, that kind of seems like, I'm kind of feeling like for this person, whatever it is that they have said to this other person to set them off, it wasn't all of it. Like, I kind of feel like they're still like, it was just sort of like how do I even say this, like a teaser or a taster or something like that, like a test almost, like how are you going to react to this little bit of information, you know, but I still have like all this other stuff that I want to reveal or that I need to talk to you about. But there's a lot of conflict here. Now for some of you, maybe this is, you know, that ending that we were talking about here. Maybe there is an ending between you and this person. Maybe it ended in a fight, or some sort of an argument. There's a snake here in this symbol. I think that's a snake behind these people. That's interesting. I'm getting the Wheel of Time. That's a book series. It's a TV series too. I haven't watched the TV series, but I did read most of the books. There are a lot of books in that series, so I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. I didn't get through them all. But anyway, let's move on here. We're gonna get some tarot. We're gonna see what's going on here. So I do feel like this is you and another person. So let's get a card to represent you and how you're feeling right now, and then we'll get a card to represent the other person. So let's get a card to represent the viewer, please. Whew. Okay, looks like we have 2 here, so we'll flip those over in a second. Now let's get a card to represent the other person. Okay. My word. A lot of floor cards. So representing you, we have the Emperor. So Aries energy. Somebody here could be a masculine as well. And then we have the Page of Swords. Okay, so yeah, I think that whether you're an Emperor or an Empress, that doesn't really matter, okay? So you're standing in the Emperor energy here, which means this is somebody who is very well established. This is somebody who is very grounded, somebody who is, they have a good sense of duty. They're also somebody who's like really controlled. I feel like you might be somebody who's really controlled with your emotions, and I kind of feel like we are getting that energy here from this card anyway, because I do feel like this person right here is you. And then this person is somebody else that you're dealing with. So I feel like, you know, whatever it was that you said to this person to set them off, it was very controlled with the way that you said this. Now for some of you, maybe the situation is reversed. Maybe you were the person who had somebody say something to you that you maybe didn't handle very well. And, you know, so again, flip it, switch it, reverse it. But I'm going to read it this way. But for whoever needs to hear that, because I think that there could be some people here who maybe like you do resonate more with being this energy here. And we are going to talk about that. But anyway, and then with the Page of Swords here, I feel like this was something there was it was like a tiny bit of information, just like a little bit of information. Like, let's say, you know, like it's like you have a cake, right? A metaphorical cake, and that is whatever it is that you want to tell this person. And instead of just giving them the whole cake, you're like, well, here's a little slice. Okay, what are you going to do with it? Well, this person took that little slice and they smashed it and they threw it to the floor. Or they threw it against the wall. They broke the plate, whatever the case may be. And you're like, yeah, okay. Maybe I'll put the rest of this cake away. Maybe this is just something that like we shouldn't get into right now. For some of you. For others of you, there could be something that you have learned. Maybe learned something about this person, or you had some sort of an idea and you brought it to this person's attention. And it's just like, I'm just getting like a very just defensive reaction from this person. Like this person was just, they just instantly just went, I'm getting volatile. So apply it how it resonates for you. But, you know, for this other person, they are showing up as the Fool, which again is Aries energy. So there's a lot of Aries energy here, which is fire energy. And so honestly, there could be something really similar about the two of you. I'm kind of getting like it's almost like it's like a butting of heads sort of a thing. Because when you think of an Aries, their symbol is a ram, right? And if you've ever seen rams in nature, they are, which if you don't know what a ram is, it's a male sheep. And they have horns and they headbutt each other. That's what they do, is they headbutt each other, kind of like goats, I guess. Somebody here could be a Capricorn. I have Capricorn energy too, but that's kind of what this is. There's a headbutting thing going on here. And it's because you, the viewer, or whoever this Emperor is, said the truth or brought something up, revealed something, shed some light on something to this other person that they just didn't want they did not want to hear, they didn't want to acknowledge, they didn't want to accept, and instead of being open, they instantly went defensive. Instantly, with that raised fist, instantly. So with the Fool as well, we do have reckless energy. I am feeling this energy as being in the reverse here. So I kind of feel like for some of you, maybe this person kind of like, they took a leap of faith, but it didn't really necessarily work out for them. It is very reckless. We have the Fool here. So this person could be a water sign. We did have, you know, strong Cancer. This person that you're dealing with could be a Cancer, could be a Scorpio, or a Pisces. Doesn't have to be the case. For some of you, they could be a parent, with the King being here as well. But, you know, and again, I feel like, yeah, we have, with these, I don't usually read reversals, okay? If you are an OG here, you know that I don't read reversals. With this person, I do feel like these cards should be in the reverse, and I am going to be reading these in the reverse. Even though I'm flipping them upright, it's easier for me to visually see the cards when they're upright. But we are reading this energy as being reversed. Okay, so the King of Cups in the reverse. This is, honestly, for some of you guys, this could be an emotionally manipulative person. This could be the type of person who maybe they use emotions to try to control people, or maybe control the narrative. That's interesting. For some of you, that could be applicable. Yeah, it's just, this person could drink as well. That doesn't have to be the case though, but there's just like, it's a very, just unstable emotions. With the Nine of Swords here, this person could suffer from anxiety. There could be insomnia here. They could be really stressed out. For some of you, whatever it is that you said to them, they can't stop thinking about it. They're so upset that you said what you said to them. For some of you, I feel like they're taking it extremely personal. Extremely personal. I feel like this is the type of person who doesn't know or want to do shadow work. Now, I'm not here to judge anybody, okay? I do shadow work. Shadow work is something that I wouldn't say I like doing, but it's something that I've grown accustomed to, and you know, it's not easy, but it's so much, it's better, I found, to just do the work, you know, and that's just, it's not something for everybody, you know, and I understand that, and I recognize that, and I'm not here to say that my way is the right way at all. You know, my way is the right way for me, but it might not be the right way for you. And I think that for this person in particular, I don't think that they want to look at themselves like this, because that's the thing about shadow work, is you have to actually acknowledge your imperfections, you know, and that's part of being human, is that nobody here is perfect. Every single one of us have done things that are wrong. Every single one of us have made mistakes and have unintentionally or intentionally hurt other people. The difference between, you know, what I guess you would consider an asshole and a non-asshole is that an asshole will not acknowledge what they did. They will refuse to admit it, and most of the time they'll blame you for it. And I feel like that's kind of what this person is doing. Now, whether they're admitting it to themselves, because I think that for some of you, maybe they are admitting to themselves what they have done, especially at nighttime. They could be having nightmares too, but they won't admit it to you. There's a lot of pride here with this person. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So I think that for some of you, there could be some karma here. This person may, honestly, they could be stuck in some sort of a cycle, especially considering the fact that they're not doing any shadow work. Maybe that's what you brought up to this person, is the fact that they are stuck in the cycle. I'm getting a really, just like a really, really anxious feeling from this person here. Especially with the Wheel of Fortune here. I kind of feel like this person, maybe they feel like they are unlucky, or like there's something here to do with like their luck, because this is the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, right? The Wheel of Fortune, that's luck. That's good luck. Not in the reverse though. I don't know, for some of you, there could be something here about this person where like maybe they were intentionally or unintentionally using you to their advantage in some way, and because you've called them out on that, now they don't feel like they're going to be able to get the same luck, or be as lucky, because they can't use you in the same way that they used to be able to. Now, only take that if that resonates for you. I feel like that's going to be specific. Okay, so what did you say to them? What did you say to this person? that set them off so much? Clarify the Page of Swords. What was said? Okay, we have some floor cards. Three of Wands, Five of Swords. Let me grab the floor cards. Oops. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and the Five of Swords. I don't know, for some of you, you may have told them that you don't want to work with them anymore. You may have told them that you may have moved away from them, to be honest with you. Whatever the situation was with them, I think that it's very possible that maybe you saw something about them that you didn't see before, like maybe some sort of truth was revealed or something here, and you've walked away. This person might feel like they're victorious, because if you look at this person on the Five of Swords card here, right, they have a smile on their face. So they're feeling victorious, right? Because they've won the battle. These two people are walking away. They've dropped their swords, but look what they have. Look what they won. Do you see it? 3 swords. That's heartbreak. For some of you, this person could have really hurt you. I think that for some of you, maybe you told them that you didn't, I just feel like you didn't want to work with them, or you told them that you didn't want to work on the connection anymore, or you didn't want to, you just didn't want to do it anymore. I think that whatever it was that happened, their reaction to whatever it was that you said to them really shocked you. I think it really shocked you, and I think it really put a lot of things into perspective. Now, these people are walking away, and maybe they did lose this battle, but you want to know what? This person that has these 3 swords, they've lost these people here. They think they're victorious, but they're not. This person that you're arguing with, maybe like whatever happened, like maybe they are walking away from this feeling like they're in the right, for whatever reason, you know, like, not that that really is significant to the message here, but for whatever reason, with this discussion, this person could have walked away from it thinking that they were victorious. But they weren't. Because in the end, even if they won the argument, they lost you. They lost this connection. And even if you do, you know, still associate with this person, it's not going to be the same, because now you know who they are. Not only do you know who they are, but you know how they're going to react anytime you bring up something to them that they don't like. This person knows what they did. They know what they did. They're refusing to acknowledge it, but they know what they did. And for some of you, I'm going to be honest with you, this person that you're dealing with is emotionally manipulative. Okay, there could be some gaslighting here. You know, possibly even some narcissistic tendencies. I'm not a psychologist or doctor, so I cannot make any diagnosis. And please do make sure that you consult the appropriate authorities. I have, however, dealt with narcissists in my life, and I have been in and escaped from toxic situations. So speaking from my own personal experience and what I've gone through in my life and what I've experienced through my healing journey, you know, with the aid of professionals, because let's be honest, when you go through stuff like this, sometimes, most of the time, professionals are there for a reason, you know, and it's not because there's anything wrong with you. It's just because sometimes you need someone to help you and go through the freaking craziness of these other energies that you're dealing with here. So, you know, for whoever may need to hear that, you know, yeah, it's just, I feel like there's something really toxic about this person, and I think that you have realized that, you know. Banshee, thank you. She likes my rocks. She is a crystal baby, so she's playing with my rocks. But anyway, yeah. I think for a lot of you, you're walking away from this person, or at the very least, you're putting up an emotional, an energetic barrier, and I think that's wise, to be honest with you. This person is, They need healing. They really need healing. For some of you, maybe they're the ones who, you know, I'm not even going to say that. I'm not even going to say that because I'm not here to, that's not what I do, and I'm not here to put any judgments on anybody. I'm just, you know, picking up what I'm picking up on. But for some of you, this person may need to go speak with somebody themselves. Just gonna leave that there. Okay, so like, let's move on here. I really don't like this energy. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you here. I'm getting a little bit nervous just like interacting with this energy from this person. I feel like this person is I don't feel like this person respects boundaries. I feel like this person like invades space and invades energy. I'm getting a very strong energetic vampire energy from this person, and I don't know if you can tell, like my hands are shaking right now. Like, I don't like this person. This person kind of makes me feel a little afraid. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's something just kind of like, I get a really bad feeling, just an uh-oh feeling from this person. So I don't want to keep reading onto this energy because I really don't like it. I really, really don't like it. So I'm going to get a card. Final message for you, some advice from you, for you. And then we're going to move on. Give me a second here. Okay. I don't like this energy. All right. Let's get a card for the collective, please. Any advice for the collective on what to do with regards to this person? That's way too many. Okay, we'll take them. But this is way too many. Wow. Queen of Cups. This is you. Look at that. You could have water in your chart too. 3 of Cups. 2 of Wands. Temperance. The Moon. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Okay, so Queen of Cups here. This is you. Okay, right? The opposite of this this person here. You could be younger than this person. You could be a parent yourself. Some of you could have like a little kid. Honestly, like you could actually have a little one living at home with you, because I see this little mermaid down here. Somebody could like the Little Mermaid or be drawn to mermaids. You're the type of person who fills your own cup. Okay, you're probably the type of person who has done the work, who has done shadow work. I'm getting Scorpio energy from you. You could be a Scorpio, or you could have Scorpio placements in your chart. The 3 of Cups here, this is celebration. This is, and okay, when I say this, I'm not saying celebrating the fact that like you've ended this relationship with this person, or whatever this case may be with this person. That's not what I'm saying at all. What this card is telling me is this card is saying to get together with your soul family, whoever that might be for you. Those of you who help you fill your own cup, to celebrate you, to celebrate yourself, and to not let whatever is going on with this person and the situation with this person affect you. Okay? Some of you could be, you know, if you're watching this at the time of upload, it is Friday. Happy Friday. So maybe for some of you, you're going to be going out this weekend and you're going to be having some fun, maybe having some drinks, maybe getting with the girls, getting with the boys, you know, whatever it may be for you. Some of you may watch The Boys, that show that's on Amazon. It got weird for me. I stopped watching it, but somebody could like Superman. Very interesting here. But yeah, you could be going out. You might be wearing blue. Some of you, something about wearing blue. Maybe somebody here has blue eyes. We have the 2 of Wands too. Okay, so this is somebody, you've made a decision here. And the decision that you've made is you're turning your back on this situation. And it doesn't mean that you're turning your back on this person, because I think for some of you, this is somebody who maybe you have to continue dealing with them, or you want to continue dealing with them. Maybe it's a family member, or like a business partner or something like that. But I do feel like there's a lot of, you know, for some of you, I'm feeling like there's like a lot of love for this person, you know. But there's still, it's kind of like that, you know, you can love somebody from afar. Banshee. Hold on one second, guys. Okay, so sorry about that. She knows when I am distracted, and she's a little troublemaker. But that's okay. She's just a kitty still, so she's being she's just being her cute little kitty self. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Look, we have a rose. There's a rose, and I think that's a lily. Okay, you guys, there's something here to do with flowers. I'm telling you, there is something here to do with flowers, specifically roses. Could be daisies and lilies. Somebody's name could be Lily. Somebody's name could be Daisy. Somebody's name could be Rose. Sorry if you can hear my stomach. It is morning time, and I'm ready for breakfast, so I'm definitely going to be eating after this. But yeah, Anyway, I got distracted with the flowers. There's really something here to do with flowers. Okay, so like I said, you've made a decision, and I think that you've made your decision to turn your back on whatever this is. You know, and I don't really feel like it's turning your back necessarily on this person, but I do feel like it's turning your back on this conflict, turning your back on whatever it was, just whatever it could be. You are focusing on you. You've got something that you are working on and something that is coming in, and you're not going to let whatever the situation is with this person hinder that, you know? They've got their own stuff to deal with, and I think that you know that. Now with the moon here, we have Temperance too. I think Temperance came out first actually, so let's talk about Temperance. So we have Sagittarius energy. I wanted to say Scorpio, so somebody here could really be a Scorpio. Sagittarius energy coming out here, but Temperance talks about healing. It also talks about alchemy. Okay, so you are definitely healing the situation. You're alchemizing the situation. You're not letting this take you down. You know, whatever it is, like maybe even if this person is like, maybe they're saying things about you or they said things to you, you're not taking it to heart. You're not letting it bring you down because you know who you are. You're standing in your truth and you're alchemizing the situation. You know, you're going to focus on yourself. You're going to focus on your self healing. You know, you might take this weekend and go out with friends, maybe do something for yourself. You have plans, you're moving towards it. You're not going to let whatever the situation is with this person, bring you down. And we have the moon here. Okay, so again, Cancer energy. I do feel like this is saying that whatever it was that you, because like I said, you know, I feel like in this, you made a metaphorical cake, right, for this person. And instead of giving them the whole cake because you weren't really sure if they were going to like the flavor, you decided to just give them a piece, right, metaphorically. How did they handle that piece of the metaphorical cake? Well, by smashing it and throwing it against the wall. They did not handle it very well. It might as well have been a smash cake, right? For those of you who are parents and know what that is. So you are deciding that you're just not you're gonna go ahead and just keep that cake, right? Why would you reveal to them the whole cake when they couldn't even handle a small slice of it? All right, and their reaction to that has told you a lot. A lot. I really do. And I think that you know a lot more about what that reaction told you than I could tell you in a tarot card reading, especially a general one, you know. But I think that that's exactly what that is. And I think that you're deciding that you're just going to go ahead and, you know, keep your cards close to your heart. For some of you, maybe there's something about like maybe you're, how do I even say this? You're like not revealing something to this person, or you've made a decision to no longer like reveal things to this person. We have another 3 here. So 333 has come out for anybody who is pulled to that. Archangel Jophiel, for sure. Okay, there's this card here on the bottom of the deck that is wanting to stick out. So we're going to get it. It's the 8 of Cups. Y'all, for real. You're walking away from this. I told you. You are or have walked away from this situation and this person. You have. And whether or not they're willing to admit what they did wrong during, you know, daylight hours or to you, they know what they did wrong. They know. And with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse here, you know, it's like I like to say, you can do what you want in the darkness, and you can think that nobody knows what you're doing and that nobody can see what you're doing. But let me tell you a little secret, okay? God saw that. For those in the back, God saw that, okay? You can't hide from God. There's a reason why he's called the Almighty and the All-Knowing, okay? So, just gonna throw that out there for anybody who needs that. And then we are going to get a Soul's Truth Oracle. And I dropped half the deck on the ground, so that's cool. I want to reshuffle because half the deck fell on the ground, and I just kind of feel like we need to do a quick little reshuffle. So this is going to be advice for you, whether it pertains to this situation or not. You know, well, I'll leave that to your own discernment, but let's get a card for the viewer, please. Okay, we're going to take them. There's a lot here, but we're going to take them, okay? So the first one that we have says, am I getting enough rest to restore my energy and fully show up in my life? So I feel like for some of you, like I said, like you could be going out with friends. Maybe you're going out with people who, do fill your cup, or, are soul family in that sense. But I also feel like for some of you, maybe you're taking the time to, I just had deja vu. Well, this is interesting. I'm having a very strong deja vu right now. Okay. Weird. Moving on. I lost my train of thought. I guess okay, hold on. Give me a second. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, for some of you, you could be staying home to restore yourself, because I feel like for some of you, like there could have been something very energetically draining about this person and interacting with this person, or maybe even the connection, or things like that. And maybe that was something that you tried to bring up to this person, For some of you, maybe it was something along the lines of like, maybe we should just get a little space or take a break, or, something like that. But the back of the card says, you are the asset. This body is your vehicle. Notice how your body is feeling, how much sleep you are getting, and what you can do to help your body rest. Today's soul action: take a bath, put on some lavender essential oil, go to bed ridiculously early, or give yourself a timeout today. Notice your body thanking you. Today's mantra: the more I give myself permission to rest, the more I can contribute. Yep. I feel like that's exactly what this is. I think that there was something about this situation where it has drained you. Even though you are alchemizing it, and you are, healing from it, you're not going to let it take you down or bring you down. It did have an effect on you. It was draining for you, and speaking as somebody who knows what it's like to disconnect from people who are energetically draining, it's very freeing. There's a sense of being lighter, but you also get really tired, because at least I've found. And sometimes you can get really hungry or like really thirsty too, and that's because your body and your soul is actually able to utilize all of the energy. It's not even that. It's almost kind of like it's able to recognize the lack of the energy that you had, because whatever you were dealing with, these people, then it's like, I don't even know how to properly describe this, except for there's just some way where it's like you don't realize how much of your energy is being drained until they're gone. And then all of a sudden it hits you and you're like, oh my goodness, I feel like I haven't eaten for a week, or I feel like I haven't slept in 3 days. Like, I'm so tired. I'm so drained. Like I have a headache, or, my body hurts, or whatever the case may be. And these are the kinds of things. And I think that you're the type of person who knows that, because I do feel like you're somebody who knows about self-love and how to fill your own cup. But I think that that's like something that's really essential, and maybe that's something that you're going through right now, or maybe that, like I said, is something that you'll be dealing with this weekend, to help you reset from this energy, to help you not deplete. What would be the opposite of deplete? Replenish. Haha, thank you. To replenish your energy. Do you know what I mean? Okay. So next we have, what risk can I take today? Be not mistaken, you will have to take bigger risks than you ever thought possible on this path toward your dreams. You will have to take the big, scary leap. But do not fret, because your soul has wings. Today's soul action: what risk can you take to move towards your dreams? Make a decision and do it. No more thinking, only doing. Be brave and courageous, and you will discover what you are really made of. Yeah. I think that for some of you, you could be the dreamer, you could be the artist. You've made this decision here with the Two of Wands, and you are moving forward with it, regardless of this person, regardless of this situation, or what happened. For some of you, maybe you're moving forward with or without this person. Maybe this was something where you planned on moving forward with this person, and now you're deciding not to. Apply how it resonates for you, Next we have, how can I deepen my trust right now? Trust, surrender, let go of the wheel. You can trust. You can trust yourself. Trust fully in yourself so that you can deepen your trust in others. Trust creates safety, and when we feel safe, we feel unstoppable. Today's soul action: let go and trust. Today, find your center in the chaos and be certain with yourself so you can deepen your trust in others. And honestly, I kind of feel like for some of you, there was something about this person where like maybe you trusted this person. Okay, and maybe you're kind of questioning yourself now, or maybe you're questioning other people because you trusted this person. All right, but I think that for most of you, I don't think that's going to resonate for you, because I think that for most of you, you do trust yourself. And that's why you have the courage to not only stand up to this person, but to walk away when they showed up incorrectly, when they took that small piece of the metaphorical cake and threw it against the wall. You walked away because you trust yourself. You trust yourself enough to know that you don't need people like that in your life. You don't need that energy in your life. You can walk away. And next we have, am I on the right path? Sometimes we second guess what we are doing. We lose trust in the process and question if we are even on the right path at all. Know this: you are on the right path. Keep going, keep believing, keep remembering that you made a soul contract that you are currently fulfilling in every area of your life. Even if you can't see it, that doesn't mean it's not real. Today, search for all the ways you are aligned with your soul's purpose. The signs will appear. Let this newfound trust fuel your next steps. Yeah. So I think that, maybe for some of you here, maybe you're questioning and wondering if you did do something wrong with this person. But I'm going to be the first person to tell you, and again, this is my own personal experience, and this is based off of my own personal experience and my journey in life. So please take this or leave this. If you are open and honest with somebody and telling them your truth, whether or not it's something that they want to hear, whether or not it's, a negative or a positive thing about them, if their reaction to you is to blame you, act like a victim, or get angry, you are not in the wrong. Okay? They just proved your point. All right? And the best thing to do that I've found, the best thing to do in these situations is to not engage. Disengage and walk away. It doesn't always have to be permanently. Sometimes it's just temporary. But you don't have to take on that responsibility just because you care about this person, or this person wants to be in your life, or whatever the case may be, or you have a business with this person. You don't have to put up with being treated that way. And it speaks a lot more about them than it does about you. So for anybody who needs to hear that, that's just my advice. That's just, again, my opinion based off of what I've gone through in my life. But I'm going to leave this here. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a beautiful weekend if I don't get back on here and post. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.